Hey, do you want to go on a trip? How about today we go down on the farm? How does that sound? Do you like to go and visit all the animals? I know my daughters do. They love to go and visit a farm and to see all the different animals. Like when we went to my uncle's farm and they got to see all the sheep and help feed the cows. You know, the farm is a great place to be. We learn so much about the food that we eat, the animals, and all of that. Now, there is one animal that I don't like seeing at a farm, and that's because I have a little irrational fear about chickens. But I'm not going to let that hold me back from our fun today, as I want to bring to you one of the activities from one of our pocket packs. And today we are going to be doing some farm weaving. Hi, and welcome to A Learning Life, and thank you so much for watching today as we do an activity from one of our pocket packs. What are these pocket packs, you're asking? Oh, I am so super excited about them. If you know me, you know that I love thematic learning. I love when we can bring everything together under one sort of subject or interest topic, and that we can pull out all of our English and math and science and all of that and just have so much fun. And so I've had a great time for you writing some pocket packs. And so today I want to look at the On the Farm pocket pack, which is for the ages of 5 to 7, and looking at one of the activities. Now, pocket packs are something that you can just whip out of your pocket that contains books that you can read, activities you can do with all the instructions, websites to visit, videos to watch. Are there games? Are there songs? It's going to be there in that pack. Interest-based, thematic. Your children don't know if they're maybe doing math or science or English. Don't you just love that? I know I do. And so that's why I'm super excited about pocket packs. Well, I want to look at the On the Farm weaving. You see, this is a great activity. It's a little bit more detailed, but I thought this would be a great one to show you. This is one of the activities from the On the Farm pocket pack. It's farm weaving. Doesn't this look like fun? Don't you want to know how to do it? Well, what you are going to need is some chicken wire. I might be afraid of chickens, but I'm okay with the wire. So you're going to cut a square. This is where you do need some wire cutters, and you do want to be careful. This is not a task for your child, okay? This is a task for you. And then you do want masking tape. Look, if you have duct tape, use that. I just like masking tape. For some reason, it just feels like this color of a farm. And so you're going to tape around the edges just to make sure that little fingers don't get pricked, because they will get pricked. I know, because it happened. But we make it, and now we have our canvas for our weaving. You know, our wire here contains our warp and our weft that we can be putting things through however we want to hold it. Now, what else you need for this is just the fun things to be weaving. So I have strips of fabric. Like I'm thinking, oh, farmers wear jeans. We've got denim. Oh, we've got our check shirts, our plaid. The colors, ribbon, you know, all of these things. Even some twine, because we might tie some things up. Raffia to represent hay. Feathers. Gosh, if you have been to a farm and you have some wool, you could put some wool in there. Like there's really no limit to what you can be putting into these things. And, you know, you don't have to be going out and buying fabric. You know, have some old clothes, just rip them up. Ribbon is inexpensive to get. You know, that's really one of the things that I love doing, is having activities that we're not having to buy everything for. Are there at least some things that we have at home? And so what we do now is we're just going to get our square, and we're going to weave, you know, the back and forth, the ups and the downs. But there's no rhyme or reason to how you have to do this. Now, I know that there are people who do like to always just go back and forth. You know what? That's a good thing. I love weaving myself. I actually have a saori loom. Saori is a Japanese form of weaving, which is fun. It's all about color and texture. So this is why this appeals to me. But you don't have to just be going back and forth like we would if we're weaving a scarf or if we're making cloth. This is where you get to experiment. Your child gets to use their fine motor skills of going back and forth and looking and going, what do I want to do and where do I want to go? Following that up and down, creating their own patterns. This is where it's fun. This is where they get to do what they want to do. So let's just start off one. Now with this, I actually do just love tying off and leaving that knot just being there so that we can see it. Because to me, it just gives me some of that rough and readiness of the farm. A farm's not polished. It's not sleek. So I'm just going to take it and go over and under, like we would with any sort of weaving, and pull through. You can make it as tight as you want, as loose as you want. You can cut off the end and go, oh, I'm done with that. I don't need to have it any longer. Or you can just continue on another way. And I'll tie this one off. And this is a great time to be talking to your children as you're going through this activity. You can be talking about, well, what animals do we see on the farm? Okay, and what sound does that animal make? And what do we use that animal for? Like if it's a horse, we can use it for carrying things around, or for cow, it's milking. We're going to get milk and cheese and all of that delicious stuff. We can eat cows if your child is not going to be freaked out about that. Even cow manure, cow poo is actually really good. We can use it to fertilize the crops. And, to me, this is where the fun comes in, just being able to talk and discuss while you're doing an activity like this. We don't just have to be so focused on this task at hand that we can't be thinking and talking about the theme, the topic. And so I'm just going to knot these ones together as we keep going. And this is also not an activity that just has to be done like there. And, we're going to do it for 20 minutes and then we're done. You know what? You can always stop and come back to it later. There is nothing to say. You have to do it in one go. That's the beauty of pocket packs. You can do when you want, how you want. You don't have to be like, oh, well, on Monday, I'm going to read this book and do this activity. On Tuesday, I'm going to do this book and this activity. You could pick 2 books to read and 3 activities. You could pick 1 book, 2 websites, 3 activities, and a song. It's just whatever works for you and interest. So I'm just sort of going here and there, in a way, higgledy-piggledy. And so I want to show you, the raffia is fun. It's messy. I will tell you, it's a little messy, but I just like to get it and bundle it. And again, we're just going to tie off a bit wherever we want. And this is like, again, what do we use straw for? What's made out of straw? Oh, a scarecrow. What do we use a scarecrow for? Oh, it's to keep birds away from the crops. Great. So again, I'm just going to take it and weave it in and out, and we are creating our own thing. I love the way that the raffia goes because it ends up looking a little messy, which again is how I sort of sometimes just really think of farms. My apologies to farmers who maybe like it, a nice, neat farm. But we're just adding in. This is where you go, okay, I'll cut off that bit. There we go. So we're adding our color. We're adding our texture. Oh, I'm going to throw some feathers in because feathers are fun. There's chickens on the farm. Of course, not bright green chickens. No, but we do want some fun. As you can see, this is really easy, right? But we're working on fine motor. We are creating color and pattern. So this is art, patterns and math. We're following a routine and we're talking as we do it. Again, now I just did this briefly as I'm talking to you. You might want to glue some things in. I wouldn't say that I'm done. My daughters probably would. They'd be like, yeah, we're done now. But we just keep adding to it as we talk about being down on the farm. So farm weaving, it really is a lot of fun. And you can create some beautiful works of art. And and if the season's right, grab some corn husks. Why not weave those in? Got a pumpkin vine? Dry off some of the leaves and weave them in. There is no reason to say that there is nothing from a farm that we can't put into this weaving, right? That would just be incredibly awesome to keep adding those things, especially if you've been to a farm. Is there something you could get to add to your weaving? So, a fun, easy, colorful activity that belongs to the On the Farm Pocket Pack for ages 5 to 7. Now, you can get that at my website, LearningThis.Life, or you know what? You can just try this activity at home, but if you want the full pack that has the books, the websites, all the activities that you can do, check that out at my website, LearningThis.Life. And for those that have been following along with these videos, can I say thank you so much for being part of my Learning Life community, for checking out the videos. And if you're new, check out what I have. I have other parenting videos, other crafts. I just enjoy education and bringing that to you. How can I be a resource and a help to you? One of the ways is through the pocket packs that we've released, and the other way is through other videos that I have. And you can check that out at LearningThis.Life or on the Learning Life channel on YouTube. And if you like being part of this community and you like to see these videos get out, you can join us as a champion. And you can do that through patreon.com, or again, check that out at my website, LearningThis.Life, for pocket packs, videos, fun, education, and more.